Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining me. My name is Angela. You're in the kitchen with Angela, this Creole Roots girl. I decided, let me turn that off. That's my buzzer going off for my pasta. Today I decided to go in the kitchen today during a weekday and make some chicken wings and some baked macaroni and cheese, okay? So thank you. Come on in my kitchen today. Join me. I have some chicken wings here. I'm going to go ahead and cut the wings off. I got a call today. It's raining outside. The person didn't feel like cooking. So why not call Creole Roots and get in the kitchen with me today? So I'm going to be making a old-fashioned baked macaroni and cheese. The cheesier the better, of course. It's macaroni and cheese, so we got to have cheese. It's nothing special going to be done to it except my recipe. Okay, and then I'm going to do some baked wings in the oven. So even though we having a hard carb, we're still going to go with some protein. And I'm going to season it up, make it really fancy, and we'll throw it in the oven. I have the oven preheating. I already have my pasta. I started my pasta on high, and then once it started boiling, I cooked it low. Remember what I told you before in the past? Don't put oil in your pasta. You don't have to when you're cooking it. All it needs is salt. You don't need to add extra ingredients when you're cooking because some of that stuff is just unnecessary and it's really unhealthy unless you're using olive oil or coconut oil or something like that. So my pasta is ready. It only takes 7 to 8 minutes to cook your pasta al dente. So I'm going to go ahead and get it drained in my colander here. And once all the water is off, then I'll go ahead and add it into my dish. And I'll start the process in a moment. But first I'm going to go ahead and dive into making, well, I'll put this to the side for now. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into cutting my wings and putting them in a pan. Season them up real good. Then I'll get them in the oven for 375. So thank you again for joining me here. This is Creole Roots 47. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and I will be starting a new YouTube page as well. So just come on in my kitchen today and have some fun with me. I might even have a story or two to tell you to make you laugh. So I'm going to start off by coating my pan here. Because it's not for me, I'm doing it for someone, a client. I'm just going to coat my pan with some olive oil. That's all, olive oil. And then I'll go ahead and get my chicken. They're already pre-washed and everything. I always prep before I do anything. So I'm just going to cut the flat wing off. And you can use these wing parts, these flats. You can actually ball them and make chicken stock and stuff like that with these. So you can place them to the side, or if you just don't want to do it and you're not that fancy of a cook, throw them away. So I'm just going to cut them in pieces like this. And I'm going to actually do a one pan thing to save me from work. And I'm just going to put them in a pan, season them all up in a pan, and then I'll get them in the oven on 375 for about an hour. Like I said, I don't normally cook my food on very high. I like to let it, you could go low and slow if you wanted to. You know, let it marinate in its juices if you haven't done the food or prepped it or, you know, marinated it overnight. Then that's a good way, low and slow too. If you're in a rush, you can season it right away. So I'm just sectioning off my wings into pieces, the drumette from the wing part, and then I'll start the process of my macaroni and cheese. So what are you guys doing on this rainy day? I hope you're making things positive since you really can't get out in the streets. Do something productive, look for a new recipe, just follow me, join in with me. So I'm just doing what I do normally. I don't mind cooking. I love to cook. I'm from New Orleans, native New Orleanian. And we've been cooking, all of us. My cousins, brothers and sisters, we've been cooking since we could talk. We had to get up and help do something in the house, you know. Just can't lay there. You gotta earn your keep. So I'm just getting all my wings cut up. And once my meal is done, I'll give them a call and let them know what's going on. You can come pick it up. So today, like I said, if you're just joining me, this is mac and cheese, baked mac and cheese. And we're gonna do some baked wings in the oven. So it's a very simple thing. You can actually make your wings how you want. You can season them how you want. There's so many different flavors you can add to wings. You can make them spicy. You can make them garlic, just plain garlic. You can even put Parmesan cheese on them. I mean, there's so many different types of ways you can do your wings. You can fry them, deep fry them, add more stuff to them. But today I think I'm just gonna go ahead and add some stuff to them. Probably gonna make them a little spicy too. We like a kick in our family. Creole roots, girl. We like kicks. We like a kick. So I'm placing that to the side. That's good. We're done with the wing part. So I'll just get my hands taken care of after I finish dealing with the chicken, because you don't want to ever put your hands in your face, touch other things when you're dealing with chicken. That's very important, that you know you could get sick. So you don't want to do that. So I'm gonna be adding all-purpose adobo sauce. I mean seasoning, and get that in here. And I'm gonna add. So I'm gonna add a little more seasoning. I'm gonna add some garlic and herb by Mrs. Dash, because the people I'm cooking for, they like to eat as healthy as they can, but for some reason they just was craving, you know, some mac and cheese. I know it's not the healthiest thing, but I do cook from scratch. Nothing comes out of the box, so it's okay. It'll be good. And of course I'm adding extra garlic. Who don't like garlic? Garlic is good for you. It's good for your body. It's a very good thing to add garlic to your food. Nothing's wrong with that. Then I'm gonna add some paprika. I may even add some chili flakes and some Tabasco sauce, you know. And I got my good old cayenne pepper. Come on now, talk to me. These wings sure gonna be talking. And sometimes I add black pepper. I'm not gonna add it today. This is just not something I'm feeling today. Of course, I have my Tony Saturated Creole seasoning. I'm adding that in. I'm gonna add some parsley. I'm gonna have to take this off. It's not moving like I want it. Take this off of here. You can add lemon, you can add fruit, you can add all kinds of things to your chicken wings. It's what you like, you know. But today it's gonna be just a little spice, a little kick to my wings. That's all. I'm gonna add a little butter in there too. But you can even put honey on your wings, you know. So I'm gonna be adding some red pepper chili flakes. I'll even add pepper jelly to it. One day I'm gonna have to demonstrate some pepper jelly to you guys too. 1 second, I gotta get my hot sauce. That was fast. I'm back. Got my Tabasco sauce. Just a few dashes. Don't hurt them now. Don't hurt them now. Okay, so I got that. The other thing I want to do is I need a stick of butter. Okay, I'm gonna add some butter in there. Not the whole stick, but I'm gonna add some butter. Okay, So I got my little knife. And I'm going to get that mixed up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add my butter in the pan. Then I'm going to blend all my mixture up. If I feel like I need a little more seasoning, I'll do that too. So the more flavor, the better. Like I said, you can add lemon juice to it. You can even add wine in your wings if you want to. I mean, it's according to how you want to flavor up your food, you know. So these wings are gonna go in the oven. Say about, like I said, 375, 45 minutes to an hour. I like to keep me some dishwater in my sink to wash up things and clean up things and keep my hands good, you know, while I'm cooking. Because I'm going into different areas in the kitchen and fooling with different types of things, so you got to keep your hands clean. All right, so again, if you're just joining me, I am cooking some wings and some baked macaroni and cheese. So my wings are good to go. They're pretty seasoned up real well. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put some foil over them and add them in the oven right now. And then I'll start the process of my baked macaroni and cheese. So let's get them in the oven. I guess you could say they're hot wings because I did put a lot of stuff in there. But we, like I said, we like a lot of spice on our wings. So just gonna let them cook, and for the last 15 to 20 minutes I could take them out. And well, take the foil off and then let them brown. But I'm gonna put them in the oven right now. And while they're cooking, we'll start the process of my baked macaroni and cheese. So moving on, I'm gonna take my macaroni and I'm gonna pour. Oh, I forgot to add my olive oil. 1 second. Just one moment. Hold your mule. Okay. All right. Okay, I just coated that. There, we got that straight now. Okay, like I said, macaroni, the pasta, it only takes about 7 to 8 minutes to cook any pasta. Don't add any oil to it because that's just a waste. Like I said, you don't need oily, greasy pasta. And if you're coming from Italy, they'll tell you, don't add that. See how my noodles are loose? They're separated, so you don't have to add that olive oil unless you just want the olive oil in there. But to cook them or boil them, you don't need to add that. Like wasting salt in a boiled egg. Tell me the reason for you putting salt in a pot of boiling water for an egg, unless it makes the egg come out, the shell come off smoother. I don't know what the reason is. It makes the water boil faster. I really don't know. So we're gonna just let that go. But right now I'm gonna go ahead and finish. I'm gonna add some seasoning salt to my pasta. And then I have some cheeses. I have milk, I have cream, I have butter. I have so many different cheeses. I'm gonna go ahead and grate my cheddar, mild cheddar. I'm using mild cheddar. I'm using Italian. It's 6 cheese blend Italian style. It has mozzarella, provolone, Asiago, Parmesan Romano, and Fontina cheese. I'm using those. And then I'm gonna use mild cheddars. And I have some sour cream that I'm gonna add to it. It keeps it moist and stuff. I'm also gonna add an egg in there and milk. So that's how I'm gonna do it this time. I could make a cheese sauce if I want to, but I don't wanna make a cheese sauce. So I'm gonna do it this way, and we just gonna put it in the oven. Like I said, let it cook. the same amount, $3.75. So it'll join the wings in just a moment. So I have my good old cheese shredder here, and we'll get the ball rolling. First, I'm gonna add some butter, and I'm just not in the mood to make a cheese sauce today. So we're trying to keep everything light, but it's still gonna be really good because everything is coming from scratch. I'm just moving one step out of my way. That's all. Making the cheese sauce, because I'm gonna make it right here before you. So there's different types of ways to make your macaroni and cheese. So everybody has their own way. I have several different recipes. I'll work them all out. It's no different. So I'm gonna make sure it's very cheesy, buttery, and I'm gonna blend the egg in with it as well. As I stated, the more the merrier, the better it is. And I just love to cook. That's just in my nature, cooking. Bless me. So I had to get that out. But yeah, I love to cook. That's just the thing that's been in me all my life. It comes from my mother, my grandmother, my aunts, all of them. They're very good cooks, beautiful women, and it was just a blessing to even have them in our lives. So there's a lot of things that I could say I never missed out on because my family was always united and together. So I love my aunts and uncles, and they're good people, all from New Orleans. Yeah. So I'm just grating my cheese. When you grate, make sure you don't get your fingers caught in there. No skin, you guys. So when you're getting down to the end of the cheese, be careful when you're grating. You don't want blood or your fingers messed up, okay? So I'm just going over that. And I have whole milk. Like I said, we're going to have a major protein with a major carb. I don't have any vegetables or anything for them. They can make a salad at home. But I'm doing a main course for them. So let me get all my cheese grated. I'm going to blend in my milk products. And this is a special one because I'm not doing the roux over the stove. I'm going to show you what I'm going to use to add to it and make it nice and creamy and rich. And then I'll go back and forth. Today I don't feel like making a roux, but I'm going to make one. It's just not going to be the one over the stove. So here's my shredded cheese. Okay. And I'm going to add my cheese in here. Not all of it, just a little, because I want to top it too, you know. I want to top my cheese. I'm going to add my Kraft in here, okay. And it's going to be so cheesy, it's going to be magnificent. So I like to use several different cheeses. I'm going to use an egg in there. Like I said, this is macaroni and cheese, not the other way around. So I'm just getting this in here. And I'm going to add an egg. 1 second. Let me rinse off my hands. I got to get a dish. Add I'm going to add the cream, the sour cream in there. Let me get... Here's a nice bowl. I'm gonna put my egg in here. Just one. I'm not gonna add too much. This is not a real big pan. This is just for 2 people. Unless they trying to share with someone else. We don't know. But I'm doing what I do because they said 2 people. So, okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of seasoning. I'm going to shake up my can of cream. Like I said, it's going to be rich. It's just not going to be over the stove. But it's going to be rich. I have a can of cream here. Then I'm gonna go ahead and beat my egg. And I'm gonna pour that egg all over. I have my sour cream here. You're gonna always see dishes in my sink to drain because I'm always cleaning up. I'm always cooking for someone. I'll eat something real light, but I'm always cooking for somebody. Always. So this gives it a little tang. It's really good though. It gives it a little tang. I add the sour cream in there. This is one of the recipes my stepdaughter loves. She always forgets a step and calls me for it. I'm always willing to help her. But this is what I'm going to be using, you guys. So this is some cheese sauce by Ragu. And I'm going to add that in here as well. And I'm going to add milk too. But I'm going to stir all this up. And then it's going to go in the oven, okay? This is, like I said, another way to do macaroni and cheese, okay? So I'll also add this in here. These are several different cheeses as well. So this is going to be the macaroniest cheese ever, okay? Going to be real rich and creamy and thick. A lot of bursting flavor in here. So I'll go ahead and mix this up because I'm going to be adding more stuff to it. See, it doesn't have enough liquid in there already. So I'm going to be pouring in some milk, but I'm getting everything all mixed up together and blended together. Then we're going to put it in the oven on 375. If you're just joining, we're making macaroni and cheese. You're in the kitchen with Angela, Creole Roots. Hi, everybody. All right. And this weekend, I believe, I'm going to have guests, and we're going to do some crawfish over the stove. Yes. New Orleans style household in Texas. Thank you for joining me. So I got all that blended together. It's looking real cheesy already, you guys. Yes, this is coming together good. Okay, I'm going to put that to the side again. And then I'm going to open up some milk. I have butter in there. I have several types of cheeses in there. Cream cheese. I have egg in here. I have the works, okay? I have the works in here. This is going to be magnificent. Mild cheddar. Asiago cheese. So it's partially stovetop today, you guys. But it's still baked macaroni and cheese, though. So this is coming together beautifully. Yes, it's looking pretty good. I like the moisture in here. I'm still going to add more cheese, a little more seasoning. Yeah, those things you need, okay? All right, and then I'm going to add some more cheese. And that way I don't have much of a cleanup tonight. So while I'm waiting for my mac and cheese and all that to be done, I can go ahead and straighten my kitchen. Don't mind me, I'm living regular life here as I do things for other people. You might hear my washer and dryer going, but that's just what it is. So I really appreciate you guys. I have all my cheeses in here. It's blended very nicely. I love to add a lot of milk in there. Dairy is good. Not good for everybody, but it's gonna be good for this mac and cheese, I tell you. Then we're gonna top it off with some cheese. More cheese, yes, more cheese. That's right. We're gonna top it off with more cheese. Then we're gonna bake it in the oven on 375. And it'll be good to go. So now it's time to add the cheeses, okay? I'm gonna add these on top. The cheesier the better. I tell you, macaroni and cheese ain't right unless they have a lot of cheese, milk, butter, and all that in there, right? So, got my other cheese here. I'm going to add it on. Then our wings are in the oven. So they're cooking on 375. And I'm not done. I have more cheese to go. I told you it's the cheese of the cheese of the cheese. Gonna cut this open the right way because I gotta store this one. I'm not gonna use all of this one. So I'm just gonna add it on there. Then I'm gonna put some parsley on top and some paprika. And let it go in the oven. All right. So you guys, we're looking good here. Looking pretty good here. The mac and cheese is coming together perfectly. I'm going to just drop some parsley on top. Let it bake in the oven. Oh, I'm running out of parsley. I got to go buy some more. Yeah. Yeah, I'm running out. Come on for the parsley. Yep, I ran out of my parsley, so guess what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna do a little trick. We're gonna add a little, they have parsley in here. We're gonna add a little breadcrumbs on top, make it do what it do. It has parsley and stuff in there. And I'm still gonna add some paprika. Okay, then where's my paprika? Right here. Okay, make sure the holes are right. I don't want to make a big mountain or something, okay? So, I'm just adding that on here. It's still going to give it a smoky flavor, but it's going to also make it pretty too, okay? So, I have my mac and cheese. It's about to go in the oven and join the wings. This is dinner to last for lunch for about a week. So here it is, and I'll put it in the oven. Thank you so much for joining me today. Oh, I want to do one thing. I'm going to spray the top of some foil so the cheese won't stick to the top with some olive oil. And then let it rip, and then we'll pull this off too. See, you always forget steps. You got to go backtrack. Okay, so I'm just going to spray it lightly. And all on the top. Then I'll add it here so it won't stick. And then I'm gonna put it in the oven with the wings. All right, and there you have it. Thank you so much for joining me in my kitchen today. This is Angela, your Creole Roots girl, 47. We made macaroni and cheese today and baked hot wings. I do thank you again. If you have any questions, you can inbox me. If you want to order, you can inbox me as well. So I went ahead, set this up. This is lunch and dinner for a couple of people. And it could last them up to 2 to 3 days for how many people eat it. So if you have, like I said, if you want to join me, get your friends and family to watch me. I'll be on YouTube. I'm also going to have a book coming out, In the Kitchen with Angela, this Creole Roots girl. Just holler at me. Have a good night.